Hello, Cancer. Ashley here. We're going to do your love bonus. So Venus has moved direct, and as you recall, I did a love reading for Venus's retrograde. Now we're going to look at what's going on in love as she tracks back and moves forward through all those same degree points in the sign of Capricorn. So this love reading is good between now to that first week of March. So we're going to have a look at what's going on. We're going to look at you, your person, and the energy between you, like the connection itself, past, present, and future. Now keep in mind, this could be someone new, this could be someone from the past, this could be your current person. So take what resonates, leave the rest, and definitely check out your other placements if you would like to. So for your energy here, look at that. There you are, the Queen of Cups. I like that. Standing in your power at this time. Definitely coming through as your authentic self. Your person, the Ten of Wands, definitely feeling some burden. Looks like they might be putting an end to something here. Could be dealing with a fire sign. Presently between you we have the Nine of Wands. So it does look to me like perhaps the guard is up on both sides. And I feel like the fact that the boundaries are high between the two of you could be causing some serious stress for this person. We will clarify and see what that's about. In the past, Eight of Cups, yeah. I feel like you walked away from this, Cancer. Doesn't have to be, but with this, we get the Queen of Cups, the Eight of Cups. I feel like your energy in the past was to move on from this situation in hopes of finding something more emotionally fulfilling here. And it looks like at this juncture, your person's really stressing out about the lack of contact that's happening between the two of you. In the future position, we have the Empress. So certainly some growth opportunities here. We're going to look and clarify what that Empress is representing there for the connection itself. Outright, before clarifying, it feels like growth. It feels like growth within the dynamic, potential, some sort of harvest, and I feel like I want to say like heartfelt communication. So let's see. We have Justice at the bottom of the deck. Definitely some strong Libra showing up here. Ace of Cups, Five of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, the Moon, so there you are. The Star, could be dealing with an Aquarius. Strong Leo showing up here as well. So I do feel like this is a strong connection. Six of Cups and the Lovers here. I want to say for some of you there may be a choice that has been going on here. This could have led to this Eight of Cups, this walking away energy, if there was someone else in the mix here. It does feel to me that you've both been kind of trying to go for your happiness here, your destiny, but I feel like what the confusion was here was whether that was together or not, right? The Sun, Star, and the Moon, wow. Queen of Pentacles here, definitely some concerns about resources going on here. Could feel like there was a rejection that took place. Something that really caused a change in this dynamic, right? Now that could be on both sides for certain. We do have the Ace of Cups. To me, this feels like a lot of self-love was taking place during this separation here, particularly on your account here, Cancer. So let's see when we clarify what we get here. I first want to look at your energy at this time. See what's going on with this Queen of Cups. We have the Four of Cups. A little bit dissatisfied, but again, with this guarded energy up, it could very well be that you've been waiting for a message from this person and it has yet to show up. Definitely continued signs of, you know, emotional dissatisfaction here. Now we do have the Knight of Cups showing up. So if this person does approach you, yeah, Five of Pentacles. I don't feel like you're very happy about this situation with this person right now. And I want to say with this person, I feel like they've done everything that they could possibly think of to let this whole situation go. I don't feel like that's working for them. Whether it was getting rid of old text messages or pictures, like anything that would remind them of you, I feel like they've tried to remove that from their experience, and I feel like even then they've continued to struggle here. This could be that in the present moment this person is planning to approach you. However, I do see that there's some fear here that perhaps you'll reject it, that you will not be interested in this offer of love from them. I feel like that's a fear that they're experiencing. I also feel like because you can see as this Knight of Cups comes in, this Queen of Cups is facing away from it. Definitely dissatisfied with how things have gone with this person. Let's see, why do they have the Ten of Wands? We have the Ace of Cups. So I do feel like your person has been working on some self-love, but I also feel like they want a new beginning here. Yeah, Ten of Wands again. It's been very stressful to them that this boundary is up between the two of you. And I feel like they've had some awakenings here in this time as well. I feel like for some of them, they're surprised that you walked away. Could be dealing with, again, we have heavy fire there, and then some Scorpio showing up. Let's look at this Eight of Cups in the past. We have the King of Cups, the Six of Cups, and the World. So I do feel like you walked away from a soulmate connection here. And I feel like the reason you did that was perhaps for, you know, a deeper emotional connection with someone. With the King and Queen here, this is definitely a strong soulmate that you've been dealing with here. But I feel like they were perhaps avoiding their own emotions with regards to you. And you kind of decided, well, I can do better than that. It does feel to me like there's been a big cycle completed between the two of you. With the Six of Cups here, that tells me that this was probably a past life connection that had karma that still needed to cycle through. And we do have Justice at the bottom of the deck here, so I do feel like there's been some karmic completions between the two of you. And I feel like you left this behind, even if that was a difficult thing to do, because you've come to understand your own worth here, knowing that there's a deeper emotional connection out there for you, especially if this person's not going to decide to open up, right? With the Nine of Wands, so this is that wounded warrior energy that you're both sitting in. Definitely boundaries are up, the guard is up, and we're slightly suspicious of one another when it comes to allowing any kind of communication. I want to say too that your person has stood their ground in this respect. So I do feel like there's been silence here between the two of you for some time. Your person may have been very guarded with regards to you and any kind of communication in the present moment. But it's like they've gone further than that. They got both 10 of Wands showing up here. So they've gone from the 9 to the 10. Like, I feel like initially they were very like stubbornly not acquiescing to your needs here, right? At this juncture though, I feel like that burden has gotten so difficult that they've had a kind of a wake-up call here. With the 9 of Wands, we have the Ace of Pentacles, the Hermit, and the 7 of Swords. So yeah, there's been a lot of avoidance here, a lot of inner reflection on, I feel like if this relationship has the legs to become something new with this Ace of Pentacles. Like I said, the two of you have completed a cycle together, and it may be that there's been a strong avoidance here of initiating a new cycle out of fear. I feel like there's a lack of trust here. I also feel like there's probably been a lot of overthinking that you've both done during the time that you had not been connected, right? But we do have the Ace here, so to me that talks about potential. Your person has the Ace of Cups, we have the Ace of Pentacles here, and there is communication coming in to offer up that Ace of Cups. But there's fear that you're not going to accept it. Let's look at this Empress. Oh, we had the Wheel of Fortune just pop out there. That's super positive there. A change in fortune here when it comes to growth and expansion. Let's see. Look at that. The 10 of Cups. And the 5 of Swords. So I do still feel like, I want to get one more on that 5 of Swords. I feel like, yeah, we have the Emperor. The Emperor and the Empress here. So I feel like what's going on here is there's absolutely potential of this turning into the ultimate connection, right? There's still a lot of conflict related to this Emperor, and I do feel like that's your person here. There's a lot of, they're struggling a lot, I feel like, with their mental faculties. Like, they're very much controlled by their thinking mind. And I do feel like they feel a lack of control when it comes to you, right? And honestly, in our highest potential here, Emperor and Empress status, you can't control either one of these people. That's not the goal, right? But I do see that there's a lot of potential here. It's like a universal sort of shift coming in the future here. And this future position is about, you know, when Venus moves into Aquarius. So that's right at the start of March. She actually travels into Aquarius right alongside Mars. So we have the lovers. We have the lovers moving into Aquarius together. They meet up middle of February, I think right around Valentine's Day, and they continue to travel together for about a month. So we're getting really aligned in our inner masculine and feminine, but that can also show up in the physical. So whether you're a masculine or a feminine, it could very well be that some harmony can take place between you and your counterpart. I still feel like what's conflicted here is this idea of a higher commitment or a higher goal together is what I want to say here. And I do feel like what that is really talking about here is this Emperor's need for control, right? And I feel like that's associated with some fear there still of perhaps losing control, even if it's simply just control of their own destiny here. I don't feel like they fully surrendered to the connection itself. We do have the Fool popping out there though, so I do feel like it's going to require a leap of faith for both of you to come together here. And again, we got the Queen of Cups, the Magician, Strength card. I think you've definitely look at all that communication. Page of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, Page of Cups. I think there's going to be a lot of talking about the past, about why you separated, and I think it's going to take a little bit of time really coming into that harmony together, talking about these fears of a higher connection, a higher spiritual connection. This could very well be a twin flame situation here, right? If not, certainly mirror souls here, just trying to find common ground when it comes to the next steps. And with the Hierophant showing up and the Five of Swords, it's, perhaps just having some conflict about not wanting a traditional commitment, perhaps not wanting, to propose, get married, and do things in a traditional sense. So, obviously that'll be up to you, Cancer, how you want to see that played out, right? Depending on what you want as well. But it does look like that's what's going on with this Emperor. It's like this huge fear of really surrendering to the higher calling of the relationship dynamic, right? Let's really quickly look at what it is that you've really learned during this Venus retrograde period, and then we'll look at what your partner has brought into their experience during this time. It's been a big review of relationships, give and take, what we want, what we value, right? And it looks to me like what you really focused on here was this emotional, deep connection. And if this person was behaving as emotionally unavailable, well, that wasn't very satisfying for you, right? Let's see. Oh, interesting. Look at you. So these two popped out together. We have Ears Wide Open and Wish Upon a Star. I think you're really paying attention, not just to communication, though I do feel like even though there's a fear from this person that you're going to be disinterested in this offer, I do feel like you're going to hear them out and really try to be present and pay attention to what it is that they're saying, how they're saying it, not just to pick up on any red flags, but because this has been maybe a long time coming here, right? I also feel like you've had a lot of connection at this time with your higher self, and you're really trying to gain the wisdom so that you can kind of move towards your dreams here, right? And we kind of talked about that. Really wanting to move towards something much more fulfilling for you. Now you could certainly be dealing with an Aquarius, as for me that's a signifier of the Star card in this Oracle deck. Thinking about what you want next, really changing up your value system. Now for your person, what's been going on with them? Close encounters. So you can see that these two butterflies are in a cage. I feel like they've really kind of put some limitations on themselves, and perhaps they're coming into that understanding for themselves with this Judgment card, this wake-up call. They've really limited in the past what it is that they were comfortable exposing themselves to. And that really kind of fits in with this King of Cups energy of trying to control, hide, or kind of pack down those emotions. You know, it's this kind of like an Eight of Swords energy where we stay trapped when our soulmate's right there, right? But I do feel like there's been growth here. You can see how big this butterfly is compared to this one here. This person's had a lot of growth during this time period. And I also feel like it's almost like they're getting too big for their own station. So like if they've been at a certain level of ascension here, right? A certain level of consciousness, this wake-up call is kind of forcing them out of this cage that they've put themselves in, which of course can be a really uncomfortable experience, right? That growth can be quite taxing, quite burdensome, especially when they've had time to reflect on what this connection is and has always been. They just haven't seen it, right? Still some guarded energy here, but I do feel like that's going to shift. So I hope you found that helpful, Cancer, and I hope to see you in the weekly reading. They're going to be a little bit behind schedule this week, but they will be coming out this week. So keep an eye on the channel for those. We're going to look at the week of February 7th. So I will see you there. Bye.